When I was in high school, I never found my true identity. I was always floating around from group to group and never knew where I fit in. And as an adult, I still didn't quite know where I fit in. And so it was like living this double life. I had some church friends who I could hang out with, but then I had my drug-using, drinking friends who I would hang out with. And so it wasn't wise or anything, but there was a part of me that just kind of thought, like, maybe I can do this just a little bit. I always kind of just, I didn't have the best self-esteem. I always just kind of thought I was a loser, and so that's how I kind of treated myself. There was a part of me that just like wanted to shed that like goody two-shoes church girl image, and so I started using a little more frequently as I got older, and then that continued on for till my mid-30s. When I would start using, I just put God on the back burner, and I would feel horrible, and that would just continue the cycle of using, because I would feel bad, like I know better. You know, I had a relationship with God, and there'd be times I would be just praying like, God help me, but I still want to do my will. God help me when it's convenient for me. I worked in coffee shops and I loved it though. I was a believer then, and I felt like I could really cheer people up and had a gift of like spreading joy to others and just being a light to them. So I felt like I lost my identity when I couldn't do that anymore. I got really sick, and it turned out I had some brain tumors, one in my frontal lobe and one on the occipital. They did the procedure, they removed the one in the frontal lobe, and then they did radiation on both spots. And now there's no tumors in my brain. There's still some in like my chest, abdomen, and under my arm, but they're so tiny, like in my lymph nodes, that they're like not really gonna operate on them. So they're considering it remission now. I became friends with a woman in my apartment building, and she ended up introducing me to crack cocaine. And I didn't try it right away, but eventually I decided, well, I want to try that. And then things kind of just spiraled out of control after that. I tried doing treatment, like I tried doing outpatient. I tried moving to a sober house and paying for both the sober house and my apartment, and my parents were like helping me. They're like, we're gonna do this, Adrienne, we're gonna help you. But I still would mess up. My parents decided like, we can't enable you, Adrienne. So they were looking for homeless shelters for me to go to. And it was then that they happened upon the Rockford Rescue Mission and then saw that they had this recovery program here. So I first came in 2018, but I wasn't ready then either. I didn't have my focus on actual recovery. I wasn't ready for my freedom. I knew I was gonna, like the first thing I wanted to do once I got my own place, I was gonna use. I ended up leaving here briefly, well, for several months. I'm more focused on God than last time. I'm trying to work on my relationship with Jesus. I'm talking to my spiritual mentor often. Lives are changed here. God's really working here. God is alive and active here, and I'm just so grateful for the staff we have here and the other residents who hold you up and who also pray for you and just love you when you are struggling to love yourself. I feel horrible about wasting so much time going back and forth. But I really feel like I got it this time, or I'm getting it. I am recovering this time. My sober date is May 28th of 2020. I'm really doing it. And I really didn't think I could ever do this. I haven't had this much clean time ever in my life. I really haven't. So I'm just so grateful for the mission. God answered prayers for my cancer. God is answering prayers now. I have a lot of people really supporting me and praying for me. Now I actually believe that Jesus has a purpose for my life. I'm proud of myself today. I'm proud that I've stuck to something. I'm proud that I'm going to have recovery and that I am going to have a future.